Today's story's title is The Little Flag Keeper. Let's get started. In a quiet town surrounded by rolling green hills and wide open skies, the townspeople gathered each year on Memorial Day to honor the brave man and woman who had served their country. In the heart of the town was a park with a tall, gleaming flagpole. The Memorial Day ceremony always began with the raising of the flag, a solemn and beautiful moment that reminded everyone of the sacrifices made for their freedom. Emma, a spirited and curious 10-year-old, lived in this town. She loved stories, especially the ones her grandfather, Mr. Henry, told her. Mr. Henry was a retired soldier, and his stories were not just tales of adventures, but lessons about courage, friendship, and the importance of standing up for what was right. One warm afternoon, just a day before Memorial Day, Emma found her grandfather on the porch. He was holding a small, neatly folded American flag, gently running his fingers over the fabric, as if it were a treasure. "Grandpa," Emma said, sitting beside him, "why do you always take such good care of that flag? We have so many flags, but this one seems special." Mr. Henry looked at the flag with a distant smile, his eyes filled with both pride and sorrow. "This flag, Emma, was with me during a time when everything felt uncertain," he said softly. "It reminds me of the friends I served with, some who came home and some who did not. This little flag holds memories of their bravery and sacrifices." Emma listened carefully, but her young mind struggled to grasp the weight of his words. She thought for a moment, then asked, "Can I help with the Memorial Day ceremony tomorrow? I want to understand more." Her grandfather looked at her thoughtfully, then nodded. "Actually, Emma, I have been thinking about something. Would you like to carry this flag and help raise it during the ceremony? You would be our little flag keeper." Emma's eyes widened. "Really? Me?" she exclaimed. "It's a great honor," Mr. Henry said. "It's not about carrying the flag. It's about understanding what it stands for." Emma's heart swelled with excitement and determination. "I promise I will be careful, Grandpa," she said earnestly. The next morning, the park was alive with activity. Families arrived, carrying flowers to place at the memorial stone. A small choir rehearsed their patriotic songs near the bandstand. Veterans wearing uniforms with shiny medals gathered, sharing stories with each other. Children ran around with little paper flags in their hands, their laughter filling the air. Emma and her grandfather arrived early. She was dressed in her best outfit, her shoes polished, and her face glowing with a mix of nervousness and excitement. The flag carefully held in a triangle rested in her hand. As people began to take their seats, The ceremony started. A speaker stepped up to the microphone and shared heartfelt stories about local heroes who had served in the armed forces. Emma listened closely, her imagination painting vivid pictures of these brave individuals, soldiers, facing challenges with unwavering courage, friends supporting each other, and families waiting for loved ones to come home. Then it was time for the flag raising. Mr. Henry placed a reassuring hand on Emma's shoulder. "Are you ready, Emma?" he asked. Emma nodded, gripping the flag tightly. Together, they walked to the base of the flagpole. The crowd fell silent, watching the little girl and her grandfather with respect and anticipation. "Now remember," her grandfather whispered. "Unfold the flag slowly and carefully. Treat it with the respect it deserves." Emma took a deep breath and began to unfold the flag. The fabric felt smooth and heavy in her hands. As the flag unfurled, its stars and strips gleamed under the morning sun. With her grandfather's guidance, she attached the flag to the ropes, her hands steady despite the nerves fluttering in her chest. "Pull gently but firmly," Mr. Henry instructed. Emma began to raise the flag, the rope creaking softly as it moved. As the flag climbed higher and higher, the sunlight caught its color, making the red, white, and blue shine brilliantly against the clear sky. When the flag reached the top of the pole, a soft breeze caught it, making it ripple and dance in the air. At that moment, Emma felt something profound, a sense of pride and gratitude she could not quite put into words. She glanced at her grandfather, whose eyes were glistening with emotion. The crowd stood in silence, many with their hands over their hearts, others wiping away tears. A bugler played taps, the mournful melody filling the park. Emma felt a lump in her throat as she thought about the story she had heard and the meaning of the flag she had just raised. It was not just a piece of cloth. It was a symbol of hope, sacrifice, and freedom. After the ceremony, Emma and her grandfather sat together under a tree in the park. The flagpole stood tall before them, the flag waving gently in the breeze. "Grandpa," Emma said quietly, "I think I understand now. The flag is not just something we look at. It's a way to remember the people who gave us so much." Her grandfather smiled, his voice warm with pride. "You are exactly right, Emma. Each star and strip has a story, and by raising it today, you honor those stories." Emma sat silently for a moment, staring at the flag. "Do you think I can be as brave as the people you told me about?" Her grandfather wrapped his arm around her. "You already are, Emma. Bravery is not just about big acts. It's about standing up for what is right, being kind, and remembering those who made sacrifices so we could live in freedom." And today, you showed that bravery. From that day on, Emma took her rule as the little flag keeper to heart. Every Memorial Day, she and her grandfather participated in the ceremony together. Over time, Emma began to share the stories she had learned with other children, helping them understand the importance of remembering and honoring those who served. And as the years passed, the little girl who raised the flag grew into a young woman who carried those values in her heart, ensuring that the spirit of Memorial Day lived on in her town and beyond. The moral of this story, my friend, is bravery and gratitude come in many forms. By remembering and honoring those who sacrificed for us, we not only show respect, but also carry forward the values of courage, unity, and freedom. Even the smallest acts, like raising a flag, can make a profound difference.